Deonte, today I'm excited to talk to you today about your story and how you use CourseCareers to get hired into your sales development position in tech sales. Welcome, and why don't you start by telling everyone your story and where you were at a few months ago and then how you then managed to get into tech sales.
Yeah, sure, of course. So before, I would say for a few months ago, I was actually at home doing nothing. So I currently own two businesses. I have a rental Airbnb business where I focus on the rental arbitrage model, where we rent out apartments, furnish the units, and then re-rent them out with permissions from the property managers. And I also have an ATM business as well, where I have my own fleet of ATMs. And I've outsourced all that day-to-day aspects in both of the business. So I really wasn't doing much of nothing. I was a firefighter before that for 12 years, retired in 2021 because I wanted to grow out a beard. So that's pretty much where I was at before. Decided to get into tech sales because I'm a big fan of Dave Ramsey. So I follow his teachings when it comes down to finances, and that's when I found out about Anthony Oneal. Followed his channel, saw Cyrus on there, was able to see that one interview. And I was like, that was definitely pretty dope to know that I can get into tech sales. I already have a background in sales, so I was like, might as well hop into the industry. So that's where I'm at now. I work for Winolo as a company, and we focus on we're an on-demand staffing platform where we focus on literally just the people that are in the gig economy looking to find extra work, and pairing us with those businesses that are looking for workers. And so I'm a senior SDR there, and that's where I'm at now. My first week on my own in the industry, in the company, and just booked my first meeting today as well. So
let's go. Congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You got the pitch down. I'm already ready to buy.
Yeah.
Well, you sound like an incredibly industrious man, Deonte, with the firefighter background, the Airbnb deal, some of the other businesses. What was it about tech sales that drew you in? Because it seems like, from the outside looking in, depending on the finances of the business, but you had a lot of options. You could have said, hey, we'll do the business, we'll go in another industry. What was it about the tech industry and tech sales in particular that caught your attention that you said, well, hey, this is going to be my next chapter with all the opportunity?
Really, really and truly, it was just me being able to know I can work remotely, just working from home. So, I get a lot of stuff done at home. My home is my sanctuary. So, I really just kind of got bored. I was just like, I got to do something. But, if I do something, it's got to be from home, or I can do it from anywhere. So that's what really drew me to the tech industry. I was like, it's a lot of money to be made here. So I was like, yeah, most definitely. That's why I was going to take that route. So, yeah.
The flexibility is nice. And I'll tell you, you got a nice, full, good-looking beard. I wish I could replicate that. I've tried to grow out the facial hair. It does not work as well as it does for you. Why don't you talk about your process, Deonte? Because if you've managed to start these other businesses, if you're spending your free time investing in your financial future, listening to Dave Ramsey, you're willing to seek out the information to further your life. Why not just directly apply to companies? Why did you decide, well, hey, let me take a step back. Let me evaluate CourseCareers and other options to seek out this information so that you can then be enabled to even speed up or set yourself in a position to have an even better outcome?
Yeah, so I'm always about not reinventing the wheel. So if I know that they have a structured course that's lined up that's going to teach me everything I need to know to get into it, I'm always going to take that route. That's what I've done for my other businesses. I've always taken that route. So yeah, when I saw CourseCareers, it was definitely a no-brainer. I was like, I got to get into this. This is going to teach me everything I need to know. And from there, it was like, it was all, an easy battle from there, I would say, for me.
What made CourseCareers a no-brainer for you?
Really, just seeing a couple of those videos. I saw a couple of these videos here, saw a few of them, and I didn't need to take too much time to just kind of make a decision. I'm a pretty decisive guy, so, that really what sold me. So I was like, okay, let me hop into this. And from there, it was just, a great opportunity, great for me, transition in the industry.
I respect that decisiveness. I think that that's an attractive quality in leaders and business people in general. Talk about your experience in CourseCareers. Once you paid the $500 to enroll, what happened from that point to then enable you to then say, okay, well, you're already hired in tech sales?
Yeah, so, for one, it was just I'm always as soon as I start something, I gotta move fast. Success loves speed, as everyone likes to say. So I was like, I gotta get into this. I gotta learn everything I can as quickly as I can. and then go ahead and take the route and follow the success path that it was given through the course and how they outlined it. So just for me going through the course, they taught you everything as far as like the outreach, how to reach out to companies, and I even got creative with some things as well. So that's what really allowed me to be able to stand out a lot, because I realized the first kind of week I was kind of not as getting the response I would like. So I decided to switch it up and do something a little bit different, and that's what really ultimately allowed me to, stand out from the rest of the crowd for sure. So.
And you're referencing creativity as it relates to finding recruiters, applying to companies, trying to get your foot in the door?
Yes. So not only just that, but from what the course teaches, it's literally what the course teaches. I just followed what was in the course, and what was specifically was the part where it shows video art, creating video art videos. So I know just applying through like email, it was a lot of those recruiters get those on a day-to-day basis. So they see a ton of those, they may not get open, but being able to show my face and my personality and just being able to put that in a video, coming up with a script. It took me a second to kind of get my script to how I liked it and how I wanted it. But once I was able to do that, it really stood out. Like I started getting a lot of traction from just doing that. So yeah, definitely those videos, from the course, it definitely helped me out for sure.
Talk about your process, Deonte, using video prospecting to get hired into tech sales.
Yeah, of course. So the way I would do it, so I would kind of like put like the page for where they was hiring at. So they was showing that it was currently hiring. So it would be on LinkedIn. I'll put up the position, have my little video in the corner, show me pointing at the position. I've already done some recon, figuring out who the SDRs are currently in the positions, finding out who are the people to reach out to. So just making sure like I did all that into a proper, like a bottoms up approach, is what we use in the tech industry. But just doing that was what really allowed me to be able to get that video how I wanted to, and be able to shoot those things out in just like under a minute, like just me making those videos. So it really became like second nature. It was very quick for me to go over to one company to the next one to be able to make those videos and pop them out to each decision maker. So
what were some of your top lessons and learnings from the CourseCareers Tech Sales program?
Oh, top things I would say is, for one, like just understanding the lingo around the tech industry. There's a lot of different terms and dictionary terms that we use in the tech industry. So just knowing that, having that knowledge, not only that, but just knowing how to set meetings, how to prospect, how to do literally everything. You guys really walked it out, and just having that knowledge, that's really what I guess helped me out. But the books is definitely a game changer for sure. That's really what helps you to get around that mind frame as far as like understanding how tech work and how we speak and how you should be able to operate on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, definitely like, the course has really allowed me to be able to have that groundwork that I need to get into the industry for sure.
You mentioned your home being your dojo, and you enjoy the flexibility and the work-life nature of working in the tech industry. Were you looking for companies that only offered fully remote positions, or how did you navigate that? Because I know so many folks also want that lifestyle flexibility. So what advice would you have for someone looking to do the same?
Yeah, so I had my LinkedIn profile set up automatically for like remote only positions. So only the jobs that I saw was for remote positions. I saved those job alerts, made sure I had alerts on those positions only. So yeah, definitely like just me having my stuff set up that way, only prospecting to those type of companies is what I did. And it was very competitive for sure. It was a lot of people that was trying to get into those positions. But yeah, it's, champions adjust is what I like to say for sure.
Champions adjust. I like that. What do you like about the work? What do you like about the remote work? What does that mean to you having that opportunity?
Yeah, it's so like flexible, like just not knowing that I don't have like, I guess, to be somewhere at a certain time. Well, I do have to be somewhere at a certain time, but just me knowing that I don't have to like if I want to go get some lunch, I could just slide right out. It's not going to take me not much time. But knowing that I don't have to spend a lot of gas going to somewhere to go clock in is definitely what really helps me out a lot. But knowing I can just get my job done and just do my work and be able to run a few errands if I need to. But yeah, it's definitely flexible. I definitely love the industry for sure. It's been great just being able to work from the house.
What advice would you have for someone looking to follow in your steps of speed, love, success, How long did it take you to finish the Course Careers course and then eventually land your job?
Yeah, it took me roughly about, I would say, 2.5 weeks to finish the course. I landed my job roughly around, I would say, closer to three months. But I was more so strategic with the way I applied. So I didn't just apply to any company. I had a lot of like checklists of what I was going to look for, the company I was going to go for, how much funding they had. Like I wanted to make sure that they was good because I did know there was a lot of layoffs and stuff like that. So I was very strategic with the companies that I did apply to. So, and there was some I was just kind of, mass applying and, apply and just pray about it. But yeah, but that was just a couple of, not really more so like the ones that I was more so prospecting the right way. So, yeah.
Talk about that strategic process. How many companies did you apply to? How many interviews do you think you did? How many rejections did you face? Because I think it's important for people to embrace the reality and hear these numbers from someone who's done it successfully. Because oftentimes they underestimate the amount of work required to actually land the job.
Yeah, so it took me, I would say, close to roughly about 200 companies that I applied to. Now, out of those that was strategic, I would say it was more so around 40, 35-ish. Was able to get interviews at most of those companies. And just me being able to go through those interviews, like it was like more so about the decision that I wanted to make, like just knowing I was interviewing the companies as well. And it just wasn't about them interviewing me. So it had to sit right with me and just me making sure I cross off of all those boxes, make sure I had all my questions answered is what ultimately made me pick a great company to go with for sure. So it was, for me, like the word no, like I always, tell people no means next opportunity, of course. But like I just become numb to the word no. So like every time I would get like rejections, it was like, okay. So like to me, it was not like a issue for me, but I just had to retrain. I trained my mind that way from like starting businesses and when I got into sales. So like, yeah, it's definitely something that doesn't really faze me for sure.
Why don't you share some of those questions you were asking employers to get a sense of who they were and if you'd be a good fit and if they would be a good fit for you?
Yeah, of course. Some of them, well, one of them mainly is what is your management style? Like your management philosophy is what I like to say. So just understanding like what type of manager that I have and what, like if there was a micromanager or the type of, just depending on, just their response from just that was going to tell me everything that I needed to know. Not only that, just understanding where the company is at, where do they see themselves going in 5 years. So they asking me these type of questions. I'm asking them the same type of questions. Also just like, asking like, is there anything that you wish that you can change either on your level or the level above you that can make the everyday lives of the individual employees better? So like just questions that really allow me to be able to stand out and also peel back the layers so I can understand where they are, how they think as a company, the culture, just to see how it would fit in with me as a person for sure.
What has your experience been, Deonte? Once you landed the job, got hired, accepted the offer, you're about a month in now. What's that onboarding or ramp process look like for you?
Yeah, so onboarding for me is going to be 90 days. So I have, like I said, I've been in for this about 2 weeks. I did 2 weeks onboarding. My first week is on my own now. So it's the onboarding process was pretty smooth. My manager is very thorough with the way he explained things, how we operate, how we move. Even with the cold call practicing, we definitely was working around and practicing on each other's, helping each other out. So it was definitely a smooth onboarding process. And I feel like I'm equipped to do my job now. And not only just that, I can still reach out to teammates, and I'm always reaching out to try to figure out how, to do something if I don't know the answer to it, of course. I'm always going to ask questions. So, yeah.
How do you see the next 3-6 months playing out for you in the new SDR role?
For me, I see myself, of course, doing some great things in this industry. I can see me being a leader on the team for sure. Being that I am in the senior position I'm in, just being able to make sure I'm leading the way for sure. That's what I'm all about. It's like how I can get better, how I can be an impact to people, and how I can be able to help us all push forward and move forward together. So yeah.
How did CourseCareers prepare you to be successful and have this mindset? I know you built some businesses, so you already had it, but talk about how CourseCareers prepared you for this moment to now believe, okay, I got the job, I'm at the right place, I'm going to grow within this company.
Yeah. CourseCareer really gave me that true foundation that I needed. So rather me just trying to go into it blind, like I feel like I wasn't going to have like everything I needed, all the tools, and it was going to be a lot more, I guess, tougher to be able to take all that information in at once. So I definitely feel like CourseCareers gave me that true foundation that I needed to be able to step into the industry with confidence, to be able to get the job done and be able to, excel in this industry.
It sounds like with the flexibility, you like that a lot and the upside of the industry. I know that those are big reasons why people want to get in tech sales. I know oftentimes I hear from folks that they want those outcomes as well. They want to change their financial future. They want to be able to provide. But they're concerned, well, hey, will this CourseCareers thing work for me? Is it real? Is it worth the money? Can you just address some of those hesitations that you had before investing in CourseCareers and kind of parlay that into what other people who are out there listening may be thinking right now?
Yeah, CourseCareers is definitely real for sure. I don't think I would have been able to build my LinkedIn up just for be doing it on my own at the speed I was able to do it at. So the community that you have, just everybody that's around you, you got a great network within in this industry inside of the CourseCareers platform. But it's extremely real. I'm not a natural or skeptical person, so it was not as tough a decision for me to make. But for just someone who is I guess having those hesitations, research. It's all about research. You can definitely do research on companies, figure out what they're doing, and you'll see somebody posting something about some scam stuff if you do see something where it's not working out. So you'll see that pretty quickly. But yeah, this is definitely legit. Do your due diligence, make the right decision, and get into the industry.
Can you give everyone listening right now the quick pitch why they should click the first link in the description below to start the free tech sales intro course?
Oh, if you're not, here's the thing. If you feel like you need to have something different in your life where you want to be able to create the type of life that you want to live, whether you're driving the type of car you want to drive, living in the house you want to live, taking those trips to wherever you want to go, CourseCareers is definitely going to allow you to break into an industry where you can make a great salary and be able to have the type of money where you can start planning for retirement and in the future and all that good stuff. So yeah, definitely CourseCareers is the way. Click the link. Make sure you guys get into it, and don't just do it just to do it. Make sure you actually take action and actually follow the steps and do what is taught in the course. So, yeah.
Well said, Deonte. Well, you've sold me on your product successfully and CourseCareers as well. I'm a buyer. Thank you so much for being here today. Everyone that's listening, make sure to check out Deonte Glass on LinkedIn. His LinkedIn helped him get hired, so go use his profile as an example. Make sure to check out the Tech Sales Intro course. It's totally for free. I teach it, and I talk in depth why tech sales, what is tech sales, and how to actually get started. We'll see you guys there.